So we can start off with Shinso. I think I'm saying that correctly, guys.
Yep.
So we obviously seen he has his own backstory from the beginning when he even was talking to his classmates from his previous high school. He even thought like most people would suspect him to be a villain. I even thought like he has a perfect quirk to be a villain, like to be able to brainwash somebody just by them answering your question would almost certainly to me fit as a villain.
Yeah, that mutual respect wasn't there at first, but once they like take each other on
and they see what they can do. Yeah. Mr. Aizawa was speaking about Shinso, saying that he basically had no chance in the entrance exam, you know, with the big robots when Izuku first used his quirk to protect Ochako. Yeah, so Shinso, I guess he was there during the entrance exams, or when he did his entrance exam, he didn't pass. So that's why he didn't take he wasn't able to go straight into the hero course. He had to join general studies. And then I believe there's like 2 other courses that there is. You know, there's the hero course, I think general studies, then there's something else, and there's something else, I believe. I'm not 100% sure if it was 4 or there's 3 other courses. So he got into general studies, and I'm sure was waiting for this sports festival to come up so he could prove himself, you know, because obviously his quirk would not have been very useful, because how are you going to make some robots? How are you going to control robots? They're not going to answer your questions. So in the entrance exam, how is he going to be able to use his quirk or show off his quirk or even win by getting, you know, the most points or rescuing anybody when he has a quirk that's not really physical?
It's not physical, but then that's what I was about to say though. So if that happened to him, he has a really good quirk, but it's not physical.
It's not a quirk that would be. It is like Aizawa said, he's very good. He's very, like, his quirk is probably one of the craziest, if not most, like, scary in a way, you know, because all you have to do is say something or answer his question and he has complete control of you.
But then that means that there's other people who have really good quirks.
Yeah, too. I'm sure. Look at what was his name? The long name, who was the leader of the League of Villains or whatever. Shugaki, Todoroki, Shunogoki, whatever. You know, the guy with the multiple hands on him. He had like a decay type of quirk, you know, obviously a villain quirk, but like as long as he touches you, your skin starts to fall out, like fucking decay off. Like that's you know what I mean? There obviously are a lot of quirks that are very scary. Look at Nomu's. He was able to absorb impact, which it's like, how are you supposed to beat somebody who can take hits?
But Nomu was very strong too.
And he's not going to answer your question, so how are you going to get him to, you know, how are you going to even say, how would Shinso even control somebody like Nomu? You know what I mean? Because it didn't even seem like Nomu spoke. But so Shinso getting into general studies, eventually I'm sure he knew that he would come to the sports festival, knew that there would eventually be a 1v1 where he could show off his quirk or at least win this event. You know, he didn't obviously win, he got taken out by Izuku, but this was his best chance, you know, because every other way, you know, by doing the entrance exams and this and that, he's not going to be able to do anything because they're robots, first of all, you know, and unless you're fighting another human, I don't think he'll be able to really move up, which is what he was trying to do here, and he lost. So it's just showing. I'm basically just saying like what he really is capable of. He is probably meant to be in the hero course, but he kind of got matched up with not the best person to get matched up against. Izuku, who could pull out his quirk and basically cause damage to himself.
Yeah, but at the same time, I feel like if he was gonna have a chance, he would have had a better chance taking out Izuku than Todoroki, in my opinion.
But come on, he could have took out the tape guy, or he could have took out
yeah
one of these other people that I'm sure are gonna be in here. Like, obviously, you're probably not gonna beat Todoroki, maybe Bakugo, but you know, or maybe, you know, I guess Izuku was a good chance to beat, but then again, come on, Izuku's a strategist. I even felt like he would eventually, you know, snap out of it or figure a way out, which is why All Might was saying you had the will, or you naturally, no matter what you want to think about all these shadows or whatever you've seen, you still pulled it out of your own, you know, ass. Like, you were the one that did this. You were the one that had the willpower to use your quirk or fingertips for that split second, you know. So I guess, yeah, if he was gonna win, his best chances were against Izuku, but I kind of on the opposite, thinking like, no way were you gonna be able to beat Izuku, especially because of how quick thinking, how on the spot, you know, he can think, or how quick he can come up with what to do next. He's a strategist, obviously. So, you know, and before we quit speaking about Shinso, one thing I wanted to mention was that most of the students, I guess, that were part of his general studies class, you know, were still looking at him as like a hero, or like kind of like they look up to him.
Yeah,
like,
they were still very proud of him.
Yeah, they said you did, look at how good you did against the number one guy.
Yeah,
you know?
And then it also helped that the other, I believe they were superheroes also. They were saying, hey, you know, that'd be very useful in capturing some of the bad guys.
Yeah, heroes were saying that. Actual real heroes were saying that, not just students.
And they were saying they wish they had that quirk.
That's what I'm saying. That quirk is kind of scary. Like, it's one of those ones where if you don't know what he can do, like, you're kind of fucked in a way. You know what I mean? Or you're kind of screwed. So yeah, I can eventually see him coming out later, you know, a lot stronger. You know, like they said, he just needs to get some combat in there. Like, he needs to figure out how to do some moves, you know, so he just doesn't have to rely all on brain power, I guess, you know. And actually, when it comes to physical contact, he can maybe throw a couple moves in there.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, he needs to learn some self-defense.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so we can move on to Izuku talking to All Might, or when he goes and talks to All Might and starts telling him about these images he sees while fighting Shinso. You know, we weren't really sure what it was, but I am gonna agree with Izuku that it might be people who have previously held One for All. That kind of makes sense to me. What he even mentioned that I didn't like catch was the eyes. He does have those golden eyes, are shaped the same way All Might, you know, gets.
Well, he said that he felt like he was looking at All Might, or All Might was looking at him, one of the shadows. Yeah. But it wasn't All Might, so he was even like, what?
Yeah, and it's just crazy, because even All Might had no idea. Like, he was even freaked out a little bit, wondering like, what the heck? And then he's like, oh wait, that happened to me when I was very young. Maybe only one time. He didn't say multiple times, so maybe it does happen only once, but it does lead up to, you know, eventually having better control of your quirk, you know, just like All Might was saying, that this is letting you know that you're making One for All your own quirk.
Yeah.
So who are these people, or what was this shadow? What like, I'm really looking forward to figuring out what that is, or if that's gonna, you know, they're gonna, you know, explain a little bit more of what that was. You know, if they were people that had previously held the quirk One for All, or if they're maybe just people who are watching over Izuku. So we can also move on to Todoroki now. You know, he very upset with his dad. It seems like he has this
he's got this resentment towards his dad that's just like over the top, honestly.
And his dad saying, you know, get over this little phase I guess you're going through, get over it, you know, like you eventually know you're gonna need my quirk too.
Yeah,
you know, it's not, and Todoroki's like, no, I don't want your quirk, I don't need it, I'm gonna use mom's quirk to win this festival. I don't, you know, I don't need to use it.
Yeah, but to me, it just, the way he was saying it though was very like hateful and resentful, and it just seems like he does not like his dad one bit. Yeah. I don't know if it's because of what he did to his mom, the reason why he got with his mother, but Endeavor also mentioning that, oh, you're the best project or thing that I've ever made.
Siblings. He mentioned siblings. Which is like, I'm not sure if they mentioned that before, or did Izuku mention, or
No.
Todoroki mentioned that he had brothers, sisters, or whatever? Not that I know of, but maybe he did, and if he didn't, and we're finding about this right now, that is like crazy. There's more of Todoroki's around, or you know, versions of him that his dad probably tried creating and they didn't work out, or maybe the quirks weren't as compatible, like with the fire and ice,
or maybe they just didn't get both and they only got one.
Yeah, that too, and he just so happened finally his last one got both of them, and yeah, so like he even said it seems like they were just experiments, you know, like weapons. A weapon, he wanted some type of weapon. He wanted his children to be weapons to get rid of All Might. So why ain't he a villain?
I'm starting to think that maybe he is.
Or he works for both sides.
Yeah.
Or he's like some type of double agent, pretending to be good, but he really does some bad things, you know?
Yeah, maybe he's one of the villains that's trying to take All Might out, you know? There's a reason they made Nomu.
Yeah, honestly, that sounds like where this is leading to. Like, he seems like a bad guy. Like, why would you hate All Might, the #1 hero? You're second? Come on, you're not that far off. I guess you want to be the best, but you don't need to be such an ass or like have this like chip on your shoulder because you're not #1. Yeah, I guess you're not recognized as being the best, but come on, not everybody can be the best, I guess, but I don't know.
There's gotta be something more to it. I mean, why would his own son hate him so much?
I think his son hates him because of the way he is. Like,
yeah.
Just personality issue, like, or just the way what his reasonings of wanting to have a child for. It's not to have a child to carry on my blah blah blah. It's to have you defeat this person I don't like.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
bad
that's
reasonings.
all he talks about.
Yeah, you're gonna get strong, or you're the best prodigy child, blah blah blah, to get rid of All Might, or to you know, defeat All Might. It's like Todoroki's like, I don't fucking care. Like, I don't need to go defeat him. I know I'm strong. Yeah. I know he knows that he will eventually probably will be stronger than All Might, but he's not trying to prove that. Like, you know, he does. Oh my god, I don't know. Kind of annoying, but I kind of understand, and I see why Todoroki is the way he is when you have a dad that's like that. So fucking really sad, I guess, you know, in the end. So guys, in the end, we're shown I guess a quick fight between Todoroki and oh jeez, we're gonna call him the tape guy. I say a quick fight because this fight didn't even last. Yeah, you know, it was very short. Like, it started off with the tape dude throwing his tape out from his elbows, kind of weird and creepy, wrapping it around Todoroki, trying to slide him out. Todoroki puts a stop to that pretty quickly. What does he do? He causes this big old, what it looked like some type of avalanche, iceberg type of thing. Yeah, which pops out of the stadium. I don't know if, like you said, trying to show off to his dad, like, this is what I can do with ice, you know? Like, I don't need your fire. Look what I can make out of, you know, just using this. Yeah. So, you know, very quick fight. I don't even know if Todoroki busted a sweat. Like, it didn't look like he had much of a challenge. Yeah, but he did mention that, you know, like, I kind of went overboard. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, you kind of did. Like, I don't know if that was all necessary. I wonder if he could eventually kill somebody, like, by just, you know, obviously if it's sharp, but I mean, like, freeze. Like, come on, you hypothermia or something. Like, somebody's gonna freeze to death or get some, I don't know, frostbite or something. But well, either way, he ends up winning. Looking over at his dad gives him like this shrug, you know, kind of pissed off, I think, you know, knowing that his son doesn't want to use his God-given quirk, I guess, that his dad gave him. Yeah. It's I don't know. I think Endeavor just sees it as like, you're defeating the purpose of why I made you. Yeah. If you're not gonna use both of the quirks. That's true. But a question is Todoroki gonna eventually, for this sports festival, have to use his quirk like the other side? He almost had to use it with Izuku when he was about to, you know. So is it gonna come down again to where he needs to actually use it, and Endeavor is gonna see him and witness and be like, "Ha, told you needed to use it." You know what I mean? And or what if it's just like a theory? What if it's at the end Izuku versus Todoroki, and Todoroki has no other way of beating Izuku but using both, so he's gonna have no choice but to use both. Yeah. That's pretty much have to eventually, you know, no nothing else to lose, I guess, you know, or a lot to lose. Or I mean, he can choose to win and use both, or he can choose to not win just to prove to his dad that he's not going to use his quirk. Or what if he does win by not using that other quirk? That can happen too, you know, just to show that he really is, you know, pretty good with his mom's quirk. Yeah.
But one thing we did notice also was that he uses, like you mentioned, his left for one quirk and his right for the other quirk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he was basically warming up the person that he froze, the tape guy. You know, at the end there, it seemed that, like you were saying, like he's always gonna need to at least use it to counteract the other one. You know, one counters the other one. So I can freeze you with this, but I can warm you back up with this. You know, so if I freeze you too much or if I overdo it, I can still, you know.
And we never really thought about that.
How
in
does
the
he,
past episodes.
How does he unfreeze?
How does he unfreeze?
Yeah, how does he unfreeze people? Like, or if you do have the ice ability and you freeze somebody or you use a quirk, how do you get rid of all the ice? You know, unless you have fire. Yeah, so yeah, that, in a way it's like a perfect combination.
Yeah.
He's like almost the perfect child. Like, not probably personality wise, but for quirks, it's perfect. But they're very counteractive. You know what I mean? Like, fire burns, ice waters down. You know, they're good. I don't know. Just perfect. It's perfect. It's a
good combination.
Yeah, very good combination. You can't go wrong. You know, and having two quirks, I don't know. You're bound to be something, or the best, or you know, you're gonna get noticed and, like I said, become
something big.
Yeah, definitely. So we can't wait to see you guys in the next episode. Like I said, we appreciate it. Until next time, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye. Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let